Hey Gary, just checking on the intel. Shabbos ends later and later, and I really don't have much time before we go live to really check on the intel. But yeah, looks like a lot's happening. What are you guys seeing? Everything happening? Hey Infinite, hey Stephen, hey Tony, Donald, Raven, Thomas, Rhonda, Janice from Australia. Wow, cool, man. Tony, Rubia, Infinite. Yeah, we got you. Stefan, Tony. Hey, everybody. I have some good news I want to start with, and that is I just received an order of coffee from Spiritual Bean Coffee, and I Brian sent me a note that he's leaving his 3D job, landscaping in California, which I can only imagine what that's like. I can only imagine landscaping in California, man. I mean, I was a general contractor in Long Island. That was like the pits, man. I mean, it looked like a good job when I started, but it was not fun at the very least. Hey, Janine. So I can only imagine being a landscape landscaper in California. But anyway, Brian, thanks to all of you, has been freed from his 3D job, and he's now moving to Prescott, Arizona, and he's going to continue supplying us with great organic coffee. So Spiritual Bean Coffee is the website, and I also wanted to give a shout out to our friend Julie at Freedom Fields Farm. I opened her soaps, man. They are awesome. So I just want to pin this just for a few minutes anyway. And Julie, if you're there, if I'm doing this wrong, oh, it's not that one. It's that one, right? Freedom Fields Farm. Oh gosh, you know what? I don't know if it's, I don't know if, I think it's, I don't have the whole address. You know what? I don't know. Anyway, maybe if you Google Freedom Field Farms, you could find it. But I'll find out if Julie's here. We just need I want to get your website on here. To some channels can't post. Anyway, hey Bela. Julie, hey, you're there. Julie, can you put your your email address or your website address, either your email address or your website address for Freedom Field Farms? I want to just pin it for a few minutes so people know where to get some of your cool soaps. I finally opened the other bar soap. It was so nice, man. And I realized the importance of really, first of all, supporting each other, and second all of like really having really like homespun products, man. I mean, I don't want to have soap from the dudes, I want to clean. How can you clean in soap that comes from such corruption? So anyway, if you could put that up, Julie, I'd really appreciate it. I'm not sure if you're I have Freedom Fields Farm with the little things under it, but I'm not sure if you're Gmail. Anyway, so yeah, I'm late to the party, and haircut in good health. Yeah. Hair in good. Yeah, my hair is it's filling in, man. I mean, that's my buddy, man. And also another really good opportunity is to get in with Danielle. She's having a boot camp starting Monday. So if you need a way to make a living, man, she will set you up. She will tell you everything you need to know about ASEA and spreading the good word of this. Really gets a great product, and it could really help people. So check in with Danielle. I think I put it, I put her address on. There are a couple of live shows with Danielle, and you can find her address on that on that thing. Let me see if I have it offhand. I don't think so. Oh, and you know what else I did? I got this cool thing now. I just got it. I have a dehumidifier. I'm gonna see if this helps with my my issues of getting all clogged up, and that way I won't have to open the window when it's like when the wind is howling outside. It'll make life a lot easier. So I'm breathing it in now. Yeah, so Asheville, you're in Asheville. Nice. That's a great place to be. I went hiking there in the mountains for must have been a couple weeks, man. I was in the well, a couple times. I went there with two different lovelies, and one time it was not so good. Both times it was a little bit of a flop. Let's put it that way. Yeah, just wasn't just it was, but I had a beautiful time there. I mean, it was just gorgeous mountains, and you can mikvah everywhere. I mean, you can purify your body by immersing your whole body in a creek. I mean, they have little creeks all over the place. How long have I been taking ASEA? About probably like I think like 3 or 4 months already. And I mean, a lot of things have changed. I mean, but besides this, I mean, the hair thing, I just started putting my hair maybe like 2 months ago, but it's really filled in on this side. Am I pointing to the right side? No, on this side. They filled it on both sides, and it's continuing. But eggs are nine. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, if you need some extra money, man, I mean, check in with Danielle. I mean, she's doing a boot camp, and she's going to show you how to do this, how to produce this, and that this also helps our channel because I get revenue from that as well, and I'm trying to wean myself off of GOG. I'm making money off GOG, but they cut me off, man. So we're trying to find other income streams to keep it going, just like. Anyway, we're all in this together, and but anyway, Julie, can they get your check email? Okay, can I check an email right now? All right, let me check my email. Okay, I'm just gonna check the email. Okay, I have to go to another channel. Hotmail. Okay. Okay, got it. I have to go to the other channel. Back to the other channel. Back to Ellie. Back to live studio. Okay, I got it. Here we go. Here's Julie's email if you want to order some really cool soaps and help a family member. And I'm open to helping. Maybe we could do I can't so much post them on the show more now. I'm getting squeezed out because I have like business partners, and they're like saying you have to keep things simple. So we'll just if somebody needs wait a minute, I didn't pin it, did I? Okay, I'm talking big, and then I'm losing it. Here we go. Okay, so that's Julie's. I think it's all lowercase. That's I'm not sure though. Is it all lowercase, Julie? We could try it. You know what? I'll try. Let me just try it really quick. Yeah, I got it. Okay, we're good. Good to go. Oh. Yeah, we got it. Okay, it's good. So, yeah, if you need some soaps, she's got foamy soaps, man, that I love. Like when you wash your hands, soap comes out as foam, and it's beautiful smelling. The one I got was I think it was cranberry mandarin, and this one is frankincense and myrrh. I'm sorry, myrrh, frankincense and myrrh. No, I don't know. Jerry, I really don't want to know. I'm not interested in what. There's some things I'd rather not know. But let's see. You know what? Let me just. I like I'm Jerry. I'm the kind of guy that like I don't like to. I don't like to really think about these things. No, okay. So I'll just leave it alone. I just don't really want to go there. It's just too. I can't. I don't like to think about things that are really just. Oh, wait a minute. I just lost Julie's thing. Julie, where did you go? Here we go. Let me keep this pinned. Okay, let me just keep that pinned for a while. If anybody wants soap, help out a member of our community. And again, if I can help anybody out, I'm definitely into it, man. We got to escape this matrix. Like I said, I'm not pushing this stuff, but Danielle will show you how to make a move. And there's a great community. You could be joining a great community. So if anyone needs some extra bucks, man, jump on it. It helps our channel, helps everybody here. And, we got to work together, I believe. Also, LifeWave, great stuff. If you got this, there's a combination of 3 LifeWave products that I'm going to tell you if I can find it. That it was glutathione, right? This one, glutathione, X39, and Eon. Okay, X39 is like the standard one, and Eon is also kind of a standard. But you can order like the 3-pack and change it from all X39 to X39, glutathione, and Eon. If God forbid you got this thing, okay, that could help you out. Let's see, the humidifier is helping. Okay, so plastic rice. Everything's in the hand of God. So yeah, I wrote some new lyrics to the EBS Blues, and maybe we'll do that at the end. See how that flies. Everybody, I assume everyone had a good day. I had a great Shabbos. I went for a long walk on the beach. Okay, so Pamela, send me some info, man, and I'll try to. Goat soap, cool, man. I mean, they say that if you don't have competition, you don't really have a real business. So, yeah, we can. Hey, Richard, you turned home safely again from your job? Richard, man, I would not want your job, man. Randy, man, Randy's going to send us some, he's going to send me some designs for some cups. And I don't know if you want to do this, Randy. I mean, if you're into it, a lot of people don't want to buy cups from YouTube. Like I got these cups for at YouTube. My son designed it, but some people don't like to. It's Goog. It's Gug. It's Gug and Mugug. I mean, this is the final battle. This is the final enemy. Send me an email for my current list. Okay. Yeah, send her an email for the list. Okay, good idea. Kosher Chill Cook off the Houston Livestock and Rodeo. Kosher Chili Cook off. Wow, how cool is that, man? Fresh takes 6 weeks to cure. Wow. Hey, Starseed. Yeah, I know about this, man. We know about the dogs and everything else. I have no patience for that anymore. I haven't had seafood. It's sad what they say is giving. God will save us. I haven't had seafood. Right, it is sad. It's crazy, but this is exposure. We're being exposed to what has been going on without us knowing it. Now we know about it. And I think we're rapidly reaching the point. Like my thing. I thought a couple of years ago that when the intel on the regular, like somewhat regular news programs like Gateway Pundit and Breitbart, when the news there is more interesting than the intel you get behind the scenes, we're coming, we're in the storm. And I think we're at that point. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting all this stuff. So let me now go to, I'm going to go to some intel here. Okay, there's some new intel. Okay, I'm not going to go through all these names. There's a lot of names. Okay. Well, okay, so I think some of this we've already read. The Alliance. I think we've read a lot of this. I'm really digging this humidifier, by the way. I can breathe. This is new intel. I think this is all new. This is this is the channel that I sort of depend on. This is on Telegram, and there's no way to post it on Restream. Like if I had, like, for example, let me just show you. I can do this. I think. Let me just try this. Did it work? No. How do I do this? Oh, I know how to do it. Okay. Right. I can go like this and then go like this. And then you can see what's on Breitbart, on the radar. I mean, the news is, let's see, Chris Rock to Torch, Will Smith. Okay, so I'm going to get off this, but let's see if I can get off. Oh, here we go. I'm just going to go back to, let's see if I can get off this. Stop sharing. Okay. Anyway, I could get sort of more fancy, and maybe I'll figure it out later, but you put essential oils in your not yet. I just actually, Libby, thank you so much. I just put like filtered water for now. I mean, I would, if I had enough, I would put ASEA. I would put the ASEA in there, but I don't have enough to, I'm not that rich that I can just pour a bottle of ASEA in there, but that would be the ideal, the best. But so far, I feel pretty good. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do intel from the end back. Dehumidifier, right? It's not a dehumidifier. It's a humidifier. Yeah. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. Okay, so let's go from backwards because there's a ton of intel here. Okay, I'll go 2 back. I'm going to go, this is from the White Hat channel. There's a list of names. Okay. There was one paragraph that I really wanted you guys to hear. Let me just see where I can find that. Yeah. Okay, here, listen to this. The surrender of the bad guys and the collapse of their stranglehold over the U.S. Corp will allow us to live like millionaires during the upcoming golden age of hydrogen, right? We won't have gasoline, we won't have fossil fuels anymore. We'll be running around on hydrogen-run cars. This is the big story behind all the news about the U.S. debt limit being reached, the defeat of the country U, and the takedown of the fake JB regime. Okay, so that's That's the big picture at the end of the day. I mean, besides dongs and dinars, I know I don't mean to be, I didn't mean to put you off. I just like, I'm like, everyone's waiting for the RV. This is so much bigger than like, the RV, I think. It's cool mist, yeah. Um, yeah, I probably need to get some oils in it, but I'm still breathing, so that's a very good sign, right? Um, Anyway, let me read this again. I mean, let this sink in. The surrender of the dudes, stranglehold over the United States, will allow us to live like millionaires during the upcoming golden age of hydrogen. Hydrogen, it's all over the place, man. You can't, it's everywhere. The the dudes have used their control over 200 foundations and Fortune 500 companies to hide the fact that they are the real masterminds behind this war. Okay, in that country, the country that starts with U, the attempted this thing. This is all from the dudes, man. They all from the dudes. It's so clever, man. Such a clever way to. How can I put it in a nice way? It's such a clever way. I mean, I really want to use the H word, but not hydrogen, but from World War II. But I did that once, and my channel was instantly taken down. So I'm like, I've already lost 5 channels. I think I should learn from my past mistakes. But what they did with this, you all know, was pretty horrific. But so what they're saying here is that they're now being thrown under the bus. They're To understand their involvement and their imminent defeat. Let us start looking at the members of the so-called regime of JB who belong to the gosh, people 3:30. Let's just do 3:30, right? 3:30. Okay. Right, people. Okay, so I'm sorry. To understand their involvement, let us start. Okay, so I'm not going to mention all the people who are involved, but I'm going to send this to the Intel channel so you can look at it yourself. Yes. Okay, people. There we go. Okay, so my involvement with this family began over a decade ago when I asked Japanese finance and economy minister why he handed over control of all of Japan's stock market listed corporations to institutions controlled by rock and roll. Let's call them rock and roll. Okay. Do you guys know what I'm talking about when I say rock and roll? The Roth kids and the rocker people. I'm going to call them rock and roll for now. Okay. So the rock and roll that really otherwise known as the dudes. What I was told that Japan was forced to hand over its everything because it's being threatened with earthquake weapons. So if they didn't do what they were told, I mean, these are really nice guys, If you don't do what we're told, you're told, that's amazing. Ian, are you listening to my show right now? I just said rock and roll. That's amazing. Okay, so so this is how these people operate. This is what everybody here should be understanding. And you don't have a website yet? Don't worry. Yeah, just set. We're all. Oh, Randy. I was going to mention something about Randy. Randy is planning to. Yeah, Randy. Only if it's good for you. Only if it really works for you. You could design a cup. He's really a beautiful designer. He makes incredibly cool cups. There's a wonderful cups. I love your cups, and we could sell. I could sell them on the thing, but only if it really you really want to do it. I mean, I don't really even want to be in on the profits of it, but just, if it helps you, if it's a big burden to you, then don't do it. Because it sounds like you have other things on going on. But so okay, so sorry, I'm all over the place today. So this is how the dudes operate, man. How the rock and rollers operate. Yeah, the recent medical thing, record profits. They've done everything in their power to prevent the use of hydrogen as a cheap, non-polluting, and virtually limitless fuel. Over 70% of the cost of modern economic activity comes from energy. Okay, 70%. So we're all going to live like millionaires. So forget the RV, forget XRP. I'm not saying forget it. If you're still excited about it, that's great. My whole thing with this is like, get out there and find an income stream. I do not believe in this. My personal belief, and I'm not a financial advisor. My personal belief is don't save, make more money, and don't pay the IR, you know what I'm saying? Don't waste your money on. I just made a deal with a credit card company where I'm paying them over the next 72 months. I'm paying them like $100 for 72 months. Like, do I really think I told them, I said to him, I think you guys are going down soon. I'll make a deal with you. I'll pay you some decent money, and we can just wipe the books. Now, the only reason I'm even dealing with them is because it involves my ex. And she was like upset. She's like, this is going to affect the house and blah, blah, blah. And it was something I was obligated to pay anyway. I made an obligation to pay them. But other than that, man, really, you're paying $19.50 for eggs, I'm looking at, and you're going to send, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, like, I personally believe in like making long-term deals. Like, I'll pay you over the next 5 years. That's fine with me. Okay, Ian, what you're watching. Okay, cool. Yeah, because we said rock and roll at the same time. And I thought that was amazing. But yeah, don't forget. Yeah, Ian's reminding me. I just got another package. Great organic food source, man. Okay, Purium, and it's all below in the show more. It's all over my videos in the show more. You can call Ian if you want to post your number, Ian. I'll put it up here so people can call you. But this also, if you're a prepper, man, this is like ideal for preppers because you got organic food, dried organic food that lasts for a long time. I'm going to sing about that in the song at the end about the EBS blues, and I'll explain what that means. How many peeps we got? Wow, we got a lot of peeps here, man. Okay, so I maxed my credit start paying a year ago, right? You're right. They don't hassle you. I don't want to take. Julie, I'm going to take off your thing, but this is what I do. I was like, I said, let's make a deal. I made a deal, and then I canceled the deal. It's like no one's beating down my door yet. And in the old days, they would be knocking at the door, man. I would be getting phone calls nonstop. 20 years using Purium. 20 years. Yeah. Listen, it's delicious. It's delicious also. I make shakes every morning. I use the green and the red powder and the stuff that's good for your hairs and nail. You can see, man, I'm getting hair. I'm getting lots of hair on me. I'm a pretty hairless guy generally. You can see by my arms, like hair doesn't, and my beard, this has taken like 40 years to grow. You think like, wow, he's got such a beard. It's like, I'm like from the, thanks, Ian. I'm from the, I don't know, like training wheels of growing beards. Anyway, so hydrogen power is going to change the world. We're not going to be victimized by these dudes, by the rock and rollers. Thanks, Ian. The list of their crimes is far too extensive, and it's growing dark. It looks darker. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping other things will also recuperate in that way, and I'll I figured out, actually, I spent some time during Shabbos No, I'm not going there. I'll tell you. I'll tell you later. Well, let's get through some intel first, because people get very antsy. Okay, so but that's huge. I mean, just think about that. Just think about the fact that we are getting away from fossil fuel. They invented the whole putting the word fossil in front of fuel is simply a con. That the word fossil it tries to make you think it's very rare. It's hard to come by, like oil is rare. Apparently, it's incredibly plentiful. It comes back. And but hydrogen fuel, man, they've been keeping that. Like Tesla, man, Tesla, he died like without a penny. The poor guy, he was the greatest genius of our time, and they shunned him. They destroyed his machines. That was Morgan, our good friend Morgan, who I think was on. Maybe he was behind the Titanic thing. All these guys have been stealing from humanity, and if you want me to play the Great Awakening song at the end, I kind of like talk about all the like these guys. They don't do little things to make it wrong. They're like into like mega destruction of humanity. They're like into let's create a world. You know what? There's too many people here right now. Let's create a world war, or let's earthquake a nuclear plant in Japan, or I mean, these guys, they don't think so. Or let's roll some trains over. Okay, I'm getting out there. I'm getting out there. I'm pulling back. Ellie. Okay, right. No, you don't. It's not about you, man. God always has to chime in. He's like, just take it easy, man. Just chill. Okay, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. He's saying it's okay, man. But I got you. You guys know where I'm going with this. I don't want to lose another channel. I'm down to like 8,000 people. I was up to 50 the last time, and I'm hoping to get to 100 this time. You forgot to go to work to stay a slave, right? That's for sure. We can't lose this channel. Yeah, if we do lose this channel, I will just come up with another one. But I don't. At the time, they even removed my backup channel this time, so I have to get. I told Benet that we need a new backup channel, so hopefully that's in the works. But the thing is, now we're set up so we can go straight to Rumble. In terms of live shows, God forbid anything happens here, we'll go straight to Rumble. Okay. Same times, and all the other channels. I'm on like 10 different stations now. We're battling Goog. This is Gog and Magog. Is people have been fighting for centuries. Is it Iran? Is it Russia? Is it this? Is it that? Duh! It's Google. Gog is Gog. They spell it out for you. That's how they like to do it, man. Okay, the list of crimes is too expensive to lay out further here. The point is that recent world events are the result of an international alliance aimed at overthrowing the rule of the United States American Corporation, their enforcement arm. The desperate attempt by the rock and rollers to prevent bankruptcy by forcing everyone to use digital central bank currencies they plan to issue is not going to work. Instead, the world is going to cut off the rock and rollers by refusing digital currencies. The bankruptcy of the Fed, the Fed is the one ring that rules them all. They wouldn't let Tolkien publish his book during the Second World War, but he was talking about the ring in the Fed. The one ring that rules them all is the Fed. That's what, I love that, the trilogy. I read it like a zillion times. I didn't know why I loved it. This is why they're trying to create a war for distraction and chaos. They hope this will work. This is what they've done in the past. Who let Woody on SNL? Who let him on? Every monologue must be approved by the editors and producers. SNL has a 10-second delay. Why wasn't he censored? Who made sure Woody would be allowed to go against the rock and rollers? Who's pulling the strings from Cheyenne Mountains? Okay, so we don't have to worry about the RV. We don't have to worry about anything. We really don't have to worry about anything, but we just have to make it through. Now, I thought about this on Shabbos a lot. I know I'm going to veer away from like Intel. I'm going back to my. I will come back. Let me just look quickly to see. How are you guys? Do you mind if I do a little bit of ranting? Let me just ask you guys. Is it okay if I just rant a little bit? You guys okay with that? My med community. Yeah, right. I will not go to a DR. I will not go to a medical. I will not go to one, and I don't have insurance, and I don't care. Rant calmly. Okay, I can rant calmly. So I just want to rant a little bit, and that is to say, we know what's going to happen. How many trains does it take to derail America? Right. We know what's happening. We know what's happening, man. He's asking. All right, thanks. It's your channel, I know, but you guys like. I mean, when I rant, people get really upset that I'm not doing Intel. So I want to I want you to like at least feel like you have some control over me. I know I don't. I have no control over myself. I mean, that's that comes with the territory. I mean, after getting through 3 wives who tried to control me, they finally all just, they throw up their hands pretty soon after we tie the knot. They're like, you're not really going to change, are you? No rant, go to Intel. I know how does, Ariel. You love the Intel. Okay, but anyway, okay, you know what? I'll just make it a very short ramp, and that is like this. I personally don't think that we're going to, I mean, and I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, but I personally think that we're not going to be saved anytime soon by the EBS. Just my feeling. And I know Gila will be upset to hear me say that. And I don't want to give power to the other side, but I really believe that this whole thing has to look really natural. It has to be within nature, just like Purim, which is coming in like 2 days. I think it's Tuesday, the 7th of March. Is it March? Yeah, the 7th of March is Purim. I can still breathe. Purim means within that a revolution is taking place within nature. Now, is the EBS going to come on March 7th? It could. But I have a feeling the way the dates have been rolling out that we're looking at please guys, just relax. Sit. Okay, can we talk about this? Can we be reasonable about this? Just relax, guys. I mean, sit down, just take a deep breath. It's going to be okay, right, man? Listen to Shira's meditation tapes, get some subliminal messages in your system. Buy a few 100 coins of XRP while did they relist XRP on Coinbase? I heard they did. But anyway, so I think that like Purim, remember the miracle of Purim is a great miracle because it didn't involve open miracles. And that's considered a higher level of miraculous transition. In other words, in Megillus Esther, they don't mention God's name ever at all. They don't mention, they don't say it was miraculous how they wanted to kill all the Jewish people and yet Haman got killed at the end. It wasn't a big miracle. It was like it all happened in a way that seemed very natural. The king told his wife to take off her clothes in public. She said, no way. He executed the queen. They had to get a new queen. Esther came along. She's a good-looking Jewish woman. He wants Esther. He marries Esther. Esther's like, so, I mean, all these things seemed natural. And I believe, and they say that Mashiach, that the Messiah, that the Great Awakening can come in 2 ways. It can come with open miracles. It can come with galactics coming down from the sky and, the Messiah coming down in a gondola, like a golden gondola with angels all around him. I mean, it could happen like that. I personally don't think so. I think because the whole point of this transformation is for us to claim our power. So that's why I'm saying, get with Purium, sell some Purium, sell some of this, man, sell some ASEA, sell some, help your friends that got the, with, sell some soap, set yourself up. Do not wait. It may take a while for us to transition into a hydrogen-based economy. But when we do, it's going to be amazing. And it's coming. It's going to come. It's the timing that we can't say. I mean, it seems to me that, for example, there's going to be a war with, that Taiwan has to be readjusted before the Great Awakening. So that could take a little time. It could take weeks. It could take months. I'm just saying, what's going to happen on April Fool's Day? I don't know, but I really don't want people to get there. Don't go telling your wife to strip. I wouldn't call telling your wife to strip. Is that natural? You could be right, Gary. You're right. Yeah, telling your wife to strip in public. I mean, don't try this trick at home, guys. I mean, it didn't work for Achashverosh, and it probably wouldn't work so well for you guys. So I know for me, listen, I don't even have a wife anymore, so it doesn't really matter for me. But yeah, I agree with you, Gary. But the idea of it taking place within nature, the idea of humanity embracing their own power. I'm connecting to this now with S.G. Anon. He said that his next report is going to be about where we are going. In other words, he's going to talk about our potential as human beings. I think he's going to talk about telepathy, about moving objects with your mind, about transporting yourself many miles through your thoughts. I mean, all these things, astral projection, and much more we will be doing in nature. It'll be natural to us. We have been held down by the rock and rollers, by the dudes. Ian, you really came up with a great, I'm so happy. I mean, scare event, right? The scare event has to happen. I mean, we're not finished yet, and we're not ready. I mean, think about it. If the EBS happened today, it would just be like the normies would be completely shocked out of their gourds. It would just be like, what is this? They don't even know they're in. They don't even know that they're in. They don't even know they're in prison. How can you get out of prison if you don't even know you're in one? They don't know that everything they're hearing on the MSM. I just want to give a shout out to my buddy Rush. Man, Rush, if you're alive and you're listening to this, I just, you're just like, you're just such an amazing, I don't know anything about broadcasting. I don't know how I ended up doing this. It was probably to spite the Department of Education, because they told me that my video was so lousy and it didn't stick to the point, which I never do anyway. And it didn't have a clear goal. It was like, what's the skill the kids are going to learn? I'm like, I'm showing the kids my beautiful peach tree in my front yard in Brooklyn. And the peaches it looked like it was coming right out of Gan Eden, the Garden of Eden. It was so beautiful. The peaches that year were big, huge peaches in the middle of Brooklyn, man. I'm showing these kids that had physical disabilities, physical, challenges, beautiful souls. The beauty of taking a peach pit and planting it in your yard. Actually, I put it in paper towel first, but and my administrator was like, "Weber, what are you doing? Trying to write a book?" But this taught me that I like to make videos, so I kept making videos ever since. I make videos all day long, every day for years now, and so that's how I got here. So I'm saying, like, maybe this is all just to spite the Department of Education. You should know that I'm still suing them. They took away my job because I wouldn't get this, and I want my back pay. And I told my lawyers, like, the teachers were getting nervous, and they were saying, like, well, we'll take our job back maybe if we don't get back pay. I said like this. I wrote to the lawyers. I said, as far as I'm concerned, man, you can take 40%. I don't mind paying you guys 40%, but I am not taking my job back without my back pay and maybe some more, because a lot of things have changed for me. And I had the most secure job in the world, man. We're working in the Department of Education, New York City. I mean, they tried to fire me, but it was unsuccessful many times. That's security, right? That's called security in the world of the dudes, of the rock and rollers. So anyway, okay. So was that enough? Was that too much of a rant to Dust, Ariel? Am I still okay? Never trust dates and events. Yes, I Beetlejuice. Go, Beet Juice going from Chicago. Now that's a cause for concern. I had some. I had. Oh, if you order Purium, you will get a big container of cherry juice with no sugar in it, just pure wild cherry. It is delicious, all organic. Everything is organic. All good, all good. Yeah, we have to have a scare event. I mean, there are many things. They say don't trust dates, trust the events. Go for the events. But I think we're looking at yeah, Pamela. I mean, just send me an email. We'll get your soap business up here. I mean, I want everyone to be successful. That's what this channel. I subscribe when I first started YouTube. There's a woman who's very successful, and she put out like a series of tapes of how to start a YouTube channel, and I subscribed to her channel. I took the course, and her course was really about helping people start businesses. And so I think it's a good thing. I think people should be encouraged. Even though, I mean, yes, I think we're going to be saved from this pretty soon. I really subscribe to the idea that you don't have to live like a refugee. And we also don't necessarily have to live on the support from Gog and Magog to get by. Okay, so Hadass Ariel, you're still my friend. We're still okay. Let's get back to the intel. I'll go back to some intel now. Let's see. Yeah, so hydrogen. I mean, that's the big news. I never saw that spelled out that neatly. I'm a little leery of my other channels because they put out so much stuff that's anti-Jewish. Okay, so here we go. Ripple and Stellar mentioned as interoperable blockchains within Swift ISO 222 standard. So that should excite a lot of people here, man. SpaceX, watch Falcon 9 launch 51 Starlink satellites into orbit. So they're getting ready, man. Complete guide to 2023 red carpet events, Vanity Fair, Elton John. Ugh, these guys, man. Upcoming red carpet events. New Zealand records its highest, the opposite of life toll in 100 years. Why are so many people leaving the planet? That's interesting. I can't imagine people dying. What's up with that? For no reason, out of nowhere. And the prime minister has a big smile on her face. Okay, so 88 miles per hour, 1955. You guys know what I'm talking about here, right? The Mandalorian time machine, right? If I go 88 miles per hour, we'll be in a different dimension, a different time dimension. Boom, 120, 116. 116, 119, 9/11. It's raining. It's raining. We're in the storm. That's what they're saying. 4/4 Q. Post 4/4. The end is here. Kingdom of God. Sit down. 104. It is time. Take back America. Starlink. Out a time. Junior is alive. April Fool. Okay, so this could be the reality. This is coming from tyranny, and this is probably from Whiplash. It could be April Fools. It could be. I don't know. I personally, I don't trust these guys anymore. I don't think this is the real deal intel, but it's just a feeling that I'm getting now. They will never control me. I'll never defeat. This is Donald Trump wins the CPA straw poll. Here's something from Kay Happenings. I like her a lot. Emmy Awards red carpet event. Should we tell all the good people watching the time and day red carpet rollout? Think logically, the world is watching. So they're saying it could be when the Emmys are presented. Is that 30th of April? I mean, but you know what? That could be misinformation as well. Oh, here's this guy. What's his name? The Wizard. I don't know. The Wizard is saying that people are offering him houses and cars, but he doesn't want it. Okay, so whatever. Planes and trains grounded, light power switched off, changing over to Tesla-free energy, 34 satanic buildings and dams bombed, Bitcoin servers turned off, 999.5 of crypto goes, China coins, WW3 scare event, nuke sirens, water event, stock market crash, global martial law, Castle Rock, Quantum Systems, Project Odin switched on, Nasara Jasara RV, election flipping via FISA military courts, military tribunals, 10-day movie, there are going to be 3 movies that are 8 hours, reveals inauguration. Okay, so yeah, it could be, man. Another Air Force fleet grounded over fears of plane tails might fall off. Hundreds of tankers, neon jets grounded and hunt for faulty tailpins. Train derailment near Clark County. Okay, so this is all a train derailed in Clark County on Saturday. Oy, oy, oy. List of bank branches closing in April, including Barclays. How was your affected? Dozens of bank branches are set to close in April. Okay, so they're saying April. So I'm saying, I'm just thinking, man. I mean, thinking out loud. It's getting darker, yeah. I hope other things, I hope I get younger in every way, then my next wife will have to yeah, I'm looking to be like about 19 again. That seems to be a good US carry firearms. That trick won't fly. Yeah, man, I know. Listen, I know about Southern women. I get a lot of flack about my comments about Southern women, but I'm a total fan, man. I mean, Southern girls, yeah, they do carry firearms, but they also know how to be. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, I'm doing it again. I'm sorry. I get a lot of slack. People say, I used to like your channel, but all you do is talk about Southern girls. Or, I used to like your channel, but your rants, they usually like find one thing that they really can't stand about me. And I'm just like, I just always think back to what my son said in the beginning of my YouTube career. He says, when you get a lot of hate mail, that means you're getting big. Okay. So I need my DeLorean or my Mandalorian. I'm going to go 88 miles per hour and go back to 1955 when I was born. This time I won't do it breach style, man. I'll come out head first. I won't argue with God. I'll be like, you know what, man? I'll go, man. I'll go. It's okay. Let's rock. I'll go out head first this time. Okay. Took 8 hours for me to come out, man. I just my mom, my mom still puts up with me. Okay, yeah. So it just, I don't know about these guys, these patriots. Some of them, I love them. Really, I mean, they got to bring in. They got to always talk about the Jewish carpenter. I'm just like, man, come on, can't you leave the poor guy alone? But anyway, that's just my own personal thing. Okay, so POTUS will insulate He will be insulated. Yeah, we know these are old posts. Non-nuclear, we all know, everybody knows there's not going to be any real nukes. U.S. Treasury says it's getting digital dollar technology ready. The technology would need approval from lawmakers first. That's like saying, it could happen any day now. Any day now. The lawmakers will approve of the new economic system. Any day now. I can feel it's coming. Really, you're going to get excited about like the EBS being tomorrow afternoon. At the twinkling of an eye, at the sound of a trumpet, for the trumpet will sound and the dead will be raised in oh, this is the new book, man. I ain't into it. I don't believe it. Okay. Anyway, okay. Gigabytes of bolt of lightning. You never know where it's going to strike. Strike the first animal. Okay. I don't know. I'm getting a little disillusioned with this. The sign you've been waiting for. Let's see what this is. This two dudes dancing. I don't know why that's the sign you've been waiting for. I don't get it. Okay, wizard, West Coast wizard. Oh, a boot. Looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger got a boot on his leg. That means he's been food. What is this? The perfect storm that led to UK supermarkets rationing fruit and vegetables. This is how war in Europe is disrupting fertilizer. Where did that come from? I'm getting all these posts. Somebody has hijacked my phone here. Are Russians taking back former Soviet states? Yes, and will. I could see that happening anyway. Okay, that was just something got on my West Coast wizard, man. He's got brown hair too. He's got it all, man. I mean, there was a girl that I really liked in the beginning of my YouTube channel, and she threw me over for the West Coast Wizard. She says, I really like this guy. I love it. And he kept throwing her off her channel. I mean, I think, that goes with the idea that girls like to be like a guy who doesn't, but I don't go for that. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, I'm seeing a lot of stuff. How we doing time-wise? Yeah, we're doing good. Why did Elon push all soccer fans in the world to come to a Birdland pre-World Cup? Always a motive. The world will be united. How many times did 17 say that? Okay, the world will be united. I think that's what it's going to take. Multiple NOTAMs issued in the Western North Atlantic by the U.S. for the 23rd of March. I don't know what a NOTAM. What's a NOTAM? Like some kind of current? I don't know. The world, this is from Mr. T. The world has finally woken to the truth. Mr. T, 3 years ago, I declared that the medical situation almost certainly came from, the country that starts with this letter. And now people are recognizing it. Oh, here we go. Here's the general. Syria mission worth the risk, top U.S. general says after a rare visit. All right, you know what? General Milley, yeah, General Milley. Okay, I'm going to sing a song about General Milley, man. I hope this. No, I'm not going to sing a song. It's dystopia time. All vaccines are going to be the same. This special kind of vaccine. Do you think you want to get your kid treated with that? I don't. If I had a kid or if my kid had a kid, I'd be like, man, we ain't doing it. I don't think this. I don't know if I would sign if it was my kid, I wouldn't sign a birth certificate anymore. Worse than Guantanamo Bay, Diego Garcia. The U.S. has drawn attention to Guantanamo with the Cuba Detention Center, but secretly they run 2 more camps where alleged Al Qaeda fighters are interrogated in total exclusion of the public. One of them is in the middle of the Indian Ocean on the island of Diego Garcia. Treasury to testify for withholding the JB family wire transfer. So everyone's being brought to justice behind the scenes. All right, fine. So, how you guys doing? I was good. I was really well behaved tonight, wasn't I? I mean, I got to get some positive reinforcement for doing good. Yeah, right. I didn't rant. I didn't rant excessively. I ranted a little bit. Yeah, and maybe it's the cool humidifier that I have that's making me sort of semi-normal. But I want to sing. We'll come together. Okay. You never know exactly, Tessa. No one watches. Refresh the. Okay, so we got wow, we got 1,000 people here, man. Okay, so now everyone will drop off. Don't drop off, guys. Just stay for. Just let me play my tune, man. I rewrote it. I mean, it's not a done deal, but it's okay. So let me explain what this is. So we have those of you who don't know. Probably everyone here knows, but we have something called the EBS. It's otherwise known as the Emergency Alert System, but it's the Emergency Broadcast System. Now, we hope it's coming soon. You're spending time with your daughter? Nice. That's great, Angela. Okay, so here's the deal. Just anybody who doesn't understand this will make it clear. There's something called the Emergency Broadcasting System. Although it will be called the Emergency Alert System. It otherwise will be called, I think, Big Voice. It's a military communication system that's based on the fact that all communication devices, all internet will be shut down during this period. We will be sequestered in our houses for 10 days. That's why they recommend you get a little food and water. And the government, the real government, the good guys, they're going to broadcast 3 8-hour movies explaining all about these rock and roll dudes. Explaining all about the bad guys, about the dudes, right? About what's been going on the planet. Because a lot of people have no clue. So it's getting darker, man. I know, Mr. Ron, I'm just hoping that, other things like, I don't want to keep saying it, but that, is it working? I don't know if it's working. Let's see. The battery's in? Yeah, I got the battery in. I don't think it's working. Is it working? Oh, I didn't plug in. There we go. Yeah, it's working. Okay. I got, I bought a brand new Duracell battery, and it worked for one family meeting, one of our shows, and then it stopped working. So I freaked out. I called, what's going on with my equipment? It was the battery, a brand new Duracell battery went bad, after one show. Okay, so I wrote this song. It's kind of funny, but it's about the EBS. It's about the fact that a lot of patriots, including myself, are waiting for this, for the EBS to start, and they're going to make the announcement, and everybody's going to come to us and say, oh, you were right all along, that you weren't as dumb as you look. Now, I'm just telling you, I don't know. I hope it does. I hope it's coming on Purim. I hope it comes the 7th, and they'll shut everything down, and the EBS will start, and we'll all be vindicated and we'll all be re-invited back to our Thanksgiving meals again, and then the Department of Education will give me a phone call. Can you imagine the Department of Education actually calling me and saying, "Mr. Weber, we want to give you your job back and all your back pay right now, and maybe a little bit of extra money for the hassle that you went through for the last 3 years, or however it's been like a year and a half, I think, since I lost my job." So anyway, but now until that happens, we're all gnashing our teeth, thinking that it's coming any day now. So it will come eventually. I don't know when, but I wrote this song about. It seems to be. I don't know if I really finished it, but I'm going to play it. It's like it's a process. It's in the process of being finished, but it's not totally finished. But I thought you guys would sort of enjoy it. I see I already lost 100 peeps, but just playing one guitar lick. All right, whatever. All right, here we go. Kitchen shelves are fully stocked. I got bottled water under my cot. Oh Lord, I got those EBS blues. Well, Dr. Fauci got that ouchie. Skipper and Gilligan, they were no slouchies. Oh Lord, I got the EBS blues. Well, I'm waiting for the 10 days of darkness. I'm waiting for the first arrest. Someone tell me, why is that general wearing a dress? I got those EBS blues, nothing I can do. Oh Lord, I got those EBS blues. So I also want to explain that the line Skipper and Gilligan, that refers to, there's a certain person in the news who, besides being fabulously sexy, she can also she can drive a submarine. She likes to drive a submarine around, and so she's like the skipper. And Gilligan is the guy who owned that little island in the Caribbean, right? A 3-hour tour. So that kind of explains. Wow, I didn't lose as many people on this song as usual. So you want me to play another one, or should we just call it a night? Hey, Gila's here. Oh my gosh, Gila, I hope you didn't hear all this stuff I was saying about the EBS. I just sang the EBS blues. Do you like? Yeah. Kitchen shelves are fully stocked, bottled water under my cot. Oh Lord, I got the EBS blues. Dr. Fauci got that ouchie. Skipper and Gilligan, they weren't no slouchies. Oh Lord, I got the EBS blues. Well, I'm waiting for the 10 days of darkness, and I'm waiting for the first arrest. Someone tell me, why is that general wearing a dress? All right, anyway, yeah. So, yeah, so listen. I mean, we're all maybe I'm musically a little musically behind the times, but I don't know. I don't want to get any more serious. I think that's a good, probably a good note to leave it on. But I will say this: that I'm very pleased that my battery is working now. Oh, I'm gonna turn the instrument off, and that I bought a whole new set of batteries and chargers, so I won't ever have to worry about that again. Yeah, I like the studio lights. Aren't they amazing, Clearly, Brooke? They're amazing, and you can switch them with your cell phone. Let me show. Let me just show you what all you guys. Keela, did you hear about the hydrogen power that we're all going to live like multimillionaires because we're switching to hydrogen? Did you hear that? That is like the biggest news ever. But let me just show you guys how cool this is. I can, with the flip of a switch, I can change everything. How about that, right? Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah. Now I just have to like do something about my sense of humor and maybe get a Mandalorian, maybe get it up to 88 miles per hour and go into 1955 again. I remember those years. I mean, I don't remember being born actually, to be honest with you. I mean, I have to admit that I don't really have a good memory, but like I said, I was a breech baby. It took 8 hours because I was having an argument. I was having a discussion. Yes, remember we were talking. Yes, I'm telling them, relax. All right, just relax. It's God. Um, I was having a discussion with God about like really, maybe this isn't such a good idea. It took 8 hours for me to be born. I'm like saying, you know, let's talk, let's can we be reasonable about this? I'm not really sure about this. Anyway, um, the Winds of Jericho, you want me to play? Yeah, you got, but it's much more serious. It's much more serious tune. I already lost 200 people with the last song. If you want me to play it, I'm willing. I'm always willing. It's like it doesn't take much to convince me. We'll sing along. The Great Awakening. Which would you rather do a poll? I don't know if I can't do a poll on this thing. I don't think so. Let me see. Graphics, codes, captions, chat. I don't know how to do a poll. There probably is a way. Need help. There's a button at the end that says need help. Can I press the button? I need help. People always say like, can I help you, sir? I'm like, are you a therapist? I've been looking. Um, can't wait for the school to be changed. Yeah. How um, how are they going to broadcast when the internet's down? Right. So they have an alternative system for communication, alternative communication system called the EBS, and it'll be totally independent. It'll broadcast on everything. It's they have a lot of technology that we don't know about. A lot. Just play. Okay. Okay. I'll go back to playing. Right. Shut up and sing. Right. All right. Um, something's out. Let me just check. All right, I'll try it. We're down to, we went up a little bit. Wow. See if I can get this off. Can I get this off? Put a little one, a little thing. Snakes in the garden messed with our Mother Eve. We crossed the splitting sea, but we were never free. This is the Great Awakening. Welcome to the Great Awakening. Twin towers, stacks of gold, all the lives they stole. The little ones disappeared. We ran to work in fear. This is the Great Awakening. Welcome to the Great Awakening. All along the countryside, people sat and cried. How much longer can it be? The Great Awakening. The Great Awakening. The Great Awakening. The Great Awakening. I went down to the ocean, had myself a look around. I never thought I'd find that kind of peace of mind. Welcome to the Great Awakening. Welcome to the Great Awakening. So the real long and short of it, I'm sorry, I can't seem to get that guitar in tune. It's I think it's because of I haven't practiced enough and my fingers bend the string a little bit. But the main thing to think about from what we learned tonight is hydrogen power. What I learned tonight is that everything is going to be switched to hydrogen power, and we are all going to live like millionaires. That's huge. Okay, that's really what this is all about. All these technologies exist. We have cures. There's the whole medical system will be down, will be changed. The banking system for sure will be changed. They're already changing it to the ISO 20022 coins, XRP, XLM, Algorand, all these other, XDC. Everything is about to happen. I'm sure silver and gold will go through the roof once they make this transition, once they take the bad guys down. Is it going to happen on April Fool's? I don't know. Is it going to happen sometime in March? It could. But when they say that everyone will be on the same page, there are a lot of people who still don't know what the heck is going on. Either that or we're all hallucinating. Maybe we took a Mandalorian ride without knowing it, and we were all sent back to 1955. That looks like an orb, right? It looks like a spaceship, but it's actually an airplane. If you were here, the window makes it look different. It was an okay tune. All I can hear is the out-of-tune guitar. I mean, I can't seem to get it. It's my fingers are bending it a little bit. I have to practice. Loose peeps. Yeah. Let's see what this guy's. I'm looking at this. Practice first. He is blue for you, dude. Let's take this guy and deep six him. You can go back to where you whatever hole you climbed out of, man. Go on back, man, because we're all friends here, man, and we don't need I don't need that kind of talk. So there, have you noticed there are a lot less trolls lately? Hey, Lori, I think there are a lot less trolls. I think that's the good news. But remember, they said that the White House were releasing a new system to clean out all the bad trolls, just like they did with they let Woody Harrelson, speak. I mean, the White Hats are in control. So why is that general such a big? You need some new intel. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know you guys. You want your intel. You're not happy if you don't get your intel. Anyway, just remember, because the time is running out to join the boot camp with Danielle. So if even one person signs up, we got Brian out of his day job, man. Brian is now quitting his day job. He's moving to Arizona. He's going to be selling coffee full time just from what you guys have done for him. And so too, man, I want to just a few, if it changes one person and they sign up for boot camp, if you're lonely even, I mean, this is a real community, these guys, and it's a beautiful product. I mean, you could be helping the world. You could be changing the world. Same with, I know Eon's online. So same with this. I mean, organic food that stores well. I mean, I'm drinking it. I'm eating it every day, drinking the shakes. And my son told me not to put in a bunch of fruits and mix it up. He said, just eat it by itself. And it's delicious. Plus you get the cherry juice and things for your hair and nails. So, and LifeWave, again, if you got this, man, glutathione, Eon, and X39. Those are the 3 patches you need. Okay, come to I meet with Dr. Stacy every Tuesday. I'm going to be meeting with Eon tomorrow, and we're going to be doing Wednesday is going to be ASEA Day every week. So I hope you guys will jump on. Hydrogen is a wonderful alternative. It's amazing, right? It's going to change the world into a world that we can't even imagine. In my opinion. How else could we have gotten the military? Yeah, could be Willis. I don't know. Could very well be. Could be. But let's just focus on this. This is really the big take home from this from tonight's meeting. Anyway, I see I'm going long. Mandalorian, I know. I love that. I love the way that sounds. Gila said it just kind of comes out of your mouth, like it just trips off your tongue. Mandalorian. Get it up to 88 miles per hour and you'll go into another dimension. All right, so we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Yeah, Melody Hart. Yeah, I was telling Robert S. Okay, so I hope everyone had a good time. I certainly did. And we will see you in the morning, 11 o'clock sharp. Hopefully I'll have another video. I don't know if any of my videos, oh, that's another thing. If you join Jason Shirka's channel with my link, I'll get credit. I'm putting out a lot of uncensored tapes there at this moment. I might be putting them back on the Gnostic channel, but for now, I'm heavily, because I have my Kabbalah course is on Jason Shirka's channel. So if you join his thing, you can take my Kabbalah course, which I don't even have a copy of because it's been taken off YouTube so many times. The best way to love God. Oh, there's a tape. Okay, guys. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. God bless. Have a great night. Have a good sleep, and we'll catch up with you in the morning. God bless.